Hello everyone and welcome to episode 125 of the modern day UFC save here in WMMA 5 on the channel, as we have our UFC 279 pay-per-view card, as it is Khabib Nurmagomedov, the super lightweight champion, taking on Kevin Lee, the lightweight champion. Champion versus champion, to see who is in fact the best lightweight out of these two. It'd be kind of funny if we kind of met in the middle and had this fight be at 160. That's probably what we would have done if this was like boxing or something. But here in MMA, might as well just have Kevin Lee go up to 165 and try to be a super lightweight champion. Mainly also because he's just had such a phenomenal run as lightweight champion for us. But before we get to that, we do have a lot of pieces of mail to talk about. The biggest one: Francis Ngannou got popped again for PEDs, and we cut him. Yep. Tired of his shit. He has underperformed at such an insane rate, and it kills me to do it, but I mean, it was free to cut him. It's hard to keep him when he's gone for a year. Just his history, I mean, he technically is 0-2-2. Even though he hasn't had a bad fight, and he never will, because he's fucking Francis Ngannou, it's not worth it. He just ain't worth it. He just can't not get caught doing PEDs. It's brutal. But maybe this will kind of be a wake up call for him. He's 36. I mean, obviously as an MMA heavyweight, even then, this has been a crazy kind of what if scenario as well, just as far as for him, because obviously he ends up just going into boxing. And really, joining PFL and trying to do like this, the global expansion over in Africa, and he wouldn't show up to events. It hasn't been good, and this hasn't been good either compared to where he was at the turn of the decade. Just brutal, absolutely brutal. But yeah, he's gone. Rafael dos Anjos has retired. Another good call for Rafael because, even though he's 37, he's only won one fight for us. It was against Michael Chiesa, which he did dominate that fight, so do have to give him that. But he got knocked out by Tyron Woodley, knocked out by LeQuay, and then he got knocked out by Connor. Obviously, again, another guy that just doesn't have bad fights. It's just tough to see a guy that was so awesome and was a champion at one point just kind of shit the bed. And boy, has it been bad for him. But, hey, he had some impressive wins, for sure. Beat Nate Diaz, beat Anthony Pettis, Benson Henderson, Cerrone twice. He beat Robbie Lawler, of course. Neil Magny, which is not an easy feat at all. He even beat the current champion, Kevin Lee. It's kind of crazy. That was last year before the save started, actually, the year before. The main event of that card. And to think if he would have beat Leon Edwards, he maybe gets in line for another rematch with Usman. Even then, probably not though, and he probably shouldn't have. But you never know, as far as after beating Kevin Lee like that. I think for him, he just didn't know what weight class he really was. He's obviously been in a lightweight for so long, moved up to welterweight. Looked like he was actually doing pretty well for himself, but obviously when you get older, it's harder to cut weight, so that's a lot of thing with that. But my goodness, it's wild. It's wild to think he has retired here in 2022. And then we have a couple of injuries. So Victor Henry broke his collarbone. Very tough. Obviously, he's going to be out for at least 6 months, I believe. Let's take a look. 15 days. Oh my fucking god. That can't be right. A broken collarbone and he's coming back in 2 weeks? What a savage. Because, the pizza, it was literally Tuesday. Wild. Wild shit there. So, Victor Henry's coming back after breaking his collarbone, I guess. A lot sooner than I thought, but he still won't be fighting Rob Font, because we have given Rob Font a new opponent, and it's Omar Nurmagomedov. You see here, he wanted that fight. Why not? If he wants to take on a guy like Rob Font, we can make it happen. Then Herbert Burns. So we had Rafael dos Anjos, then we have Herbert Burns. Obviously, Gilbert is no longer with us, too, because of just how badly he went we end up having to cut him, and Herbert shatters his knee for training at the First Fight Island, the First Fight Island show that's happening in Japan, which will be happening later on in the year, next month. Pretty much, yeah, right at 30 days. So obviously he's not going to be on that card. Luckily, Shuya was not the guy who's hurt, because he's kind of the main reason why he's on that card. Shuya is now fighting Robin van Roosmalen, insane, fighting a hell of a kickboxer there. 5'5" and 5'4". Oh no, Robin's not 5'4". Robin's 5'6". So 5'5" and 5'6" featherweights battling it out. That's a rare case for us on the smaller end of things, but those guys will definitely be bringing it. Oh, it's December 1st. I was thinking it was a lot later on. I know it's the first week of December. Yeah, we have a jam-packed couple of shows here, but for our episode, of course, it is UFC 279. I'm assuming we'd be in Dallas. I don't think we'd be in Houston, but you never know. Obviously, with the two basketball arenas, we can kind of pick and choose. I would love to be able to run a bigger venue, run like fucking Cowboy Stadium, obviously. That'd be huge, but, yeah, I mean, they just never even try and do it. But Khabib and Kevin Lee, that's a hell of a fight at 165. As far as Khabib, he lost to Conor, and then he lost to, Gregor Gillespie, that's right, at lightweight. So this will be his first lightweight fight since those two losses. Obviously beat Tony Ferguson in the save. So, I mean, at least he has beaten somebody at lightweight, but kind of crazy, too. We had the fight night that was in Russia, and then, obviously, he's just been a pay-per-view guy pretty much since 2016. And the fight here, Kevin Lee, who's a little younger, but obviously does not have the wrestling that Khabib has. But it's close to the betting line. Minus 110 for Khabib, plus 100 for Kevin Lee. The resume that Kevin Lee has is pretty crazy. I mean, Beneil Dariush, Anthony Pettis, Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, and then Ali Quinton now. And pretty much all of them have been finishers but the Poirier fight. Now we get to see... And he also beat Gregor Gillespie. That was before the save, but he knocked him out. So he's beaten a guy that has beaten Khabib. So MMA math would dictate he's got a good shot of getting the win tonight. It's hard to believe he lost to Tony Ferguson, though. Basically, Kevin Lee, we already know what his next lightweight fight is. It is going to be Tony Ferguson. But if he does beat Khabib, my goodness, double champ status... Probably have the Tony fight, depending on what happens, maybe vacate the belt, and then have a new champion crown. That way, Kevin Lee can just focus on one division and not two. That way, he's not clogging up one of the most exciting divisions in the sport at 155 and 165. I just think even our super lightweight division's a lot of fun to see play out. But yeah, that's a hell of a main event. Obviously, a lot on the line for Kevin Lee, being able to reach that goated double champ status and to beat Khabib, too. Would be massive. Macy Chiasson, the New Orleans native, taking on Amanda Nunes, as, my goodness, so they have a very close betting line here as well. Amanda Nunes is the favorite. She's looking to try to make her fourth successful defense of her women's featherweight title. The champ, though, I mean, she got knocked out by Aspen Ladd, shockingly. That's pretty much been her only setback, literally pretty much since she beat Shevchenko, which is crazy. Obviously, probably the woman's GOAT, by any stretch of the imagination, really. Shevchenko looks so dominant against some of the girls we've seen, and she beat her twice, which she didn't finish her, though, at least. But yeah, it's been pretty brutal for the bantamweight and featherweights, besides Aspen Ladd. Still crazy she knocked out Amanda Nunes. But, obviously we know Amanda retired and now is coming back to take on Kayla Harrison. Maybe we can make that fight happen here. We have signed Kayla Harrison. She's going to make her debut at the Boston show. That's happening next month. So that's going to be something potentially in the cards. But she has to get through Macy Chiasson, who is not an easy feat to beat. She did lose to Megan Anderson, but other than that, she also lost to Leah Letson. I forgot about that at the start of the save. She got a leg kicked to death. She's been pretty busy, though. Been knocking girls out. Yeah, man, she's been looking good. It's just crazy. And also the split decision. If that split decision does not go her way over Belova, probably maybe gets cut. I mean, she'd be 6-3 with a 3-fight losing streak. Like, it would have been not looking so hot for her, but now she's turning it around. It's only had one average fight, and that was against Felicia Spencer. The rest have been good, great, and fantastic. Don't think it's going to be a bad fight here. These two, we should see a finish. So it's crazy. Again, her UFC record is better than her pro record. 16-2 in the UFC, and Macy's 10-3 overall. But most of her fights have been in the UFC. Derek Lewis and Juan Adams, though. My goodness, winner of this fight takes on the winner Curtis Blades and John Jones. That's main eventing the Boston card. Juan Adams, I mean, the fucking Kraken. He's been cracking people. His whole goddamn save. He only lost to Curtis Blades, though. That's his one loss, and it was a Kimura. He's knocked out Rumble. He's knocked out Ngannou. He knocked out Tai Tuivasa. He knocked out Arlovsky. Knocked out Justin Tafa as well. It's just crazy. He was 1-2 going into the save, and now he's a fight away, much like he was with Curtis Blades. If he would have beat Curtis Blades, he probably would have fought for the heavyweight title, but now he's got a chance again, but he's got to get through Derek Lewis, who is a monster in there. Obviously, he's another guy that's coming off a loss. He lost to Curtis Blades, but he's knocked out Ngannou. He's beaten Curtis Blades, though, in the past, so he does have that advantage. He did also knock out Walt Harris. He has not been as busy as Juan Adams is, but he has been just doing some violent shit, though. I mean, when you beat Curtis Blades and Francis Ngannou in the first round, some massive victories. We'll see how he does, though. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a fight for both guys, and obviously being a Texas native for both guys, they have a lot on the line here. Very fun fight. Very, very fun fight. Both guys coming in at 265 as well. And it should be a hell of a fight. The Juan Adams is the slight favorite on that. And minus 100. Very close betting lines throughout these main card fights. Besides this one, though. Dominic Reyes and Anthony Lionheart Smith. As Dominic Reyes is a minus 200 favorite. Still slight favorite, but a lot out of the hundreds now. At least for the main card. But Dominic Reyes, 14-2. Anthony Smith, though, of course, a fucking vet and a half there with the amount of fights he's had. He's on a nice little winning streak after getting knocked out by Johnny Walker and losing to John Jones in Texas, which is kind of wild to think that, yeah, he fought at the Texas card, and I forget what this card was. Yeah, this was in Cali. This wasn't in, yeah, this was in Brazil. But yeah, his last fight, I believe this was in Houston, so at least this is going to be in Dallas. We'll see how he does against a very formidable veteran, a guy that damn near has a better record in just the UFC than what Dominic Reyes has overall. 11-5. Anthony Lionheart Smith, he just beat Ryan Bader. He's beaten Jan Blachowicz, he beat Glover Teixeira. The only loss is to the current champion who hasn't been beaten in Yuri Prochazka. Interesting, he didn't finish Ryan Bader, but he did get the win. That was in April, too, so a pretty quick turnaround compared to what we have seen from Dominic Reyes, who's now coming in basically almost 2 whole years off, or not even a whole 2 years off. Well, I guess technically if he would have waited till like March of 2023, but it's still a month, a year and a half, basically, of a layover. Will that affect him more? We'll see. In that one, in our opening, I mean, the open of the main card of this fight is very fun, because these two are going to bring it. We got Cody and Corey. It's Corey the Sandman Sandhagen and Cody No Love Garbrandt. Very fun fight. These two in their prime having a fight is very exciting to think about. Sandhagen is the favorite on this card, but you know, Cody Garbrandt, obviously he's got the striking to get stuff done. Him and Ronnie Lawrence. If he would have beat Ronnie Lawrence, he'd probably be fighting for the bantamweight title against Dominic Cruz, or not Dominic Cruz, rather, against fucking Uriah Faber, the man who runs Team Alpha Male. But instead, it's crazy to think, too, he was on a 3-fight losing streak, wasn't looking too hot, getting into the save. He knocks out Rafael Escunio in 2 minutes, knocks out Casey Kenny in 1 minute. It's been dominant until the Ronnie Lawrence fight, obviously, but Ronnie Lawrence is a savage. He's got a tough one, though, against Corey Sandhagen. My goodness. The 5'11" bantamweight. He did lose to Cejudo, but he's beaten Aljo and he's beaten Jimmy Rivera. Didn't finish him, though. So he hasn't had a finish yet in the save, but he also has not been finished. So unique puzzle for Sandhagen. Presents for Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt, of course, at 5'7", is probably going to give up a bit of a reach. So that's definitely going to affect him. But yeah, that's the main card right there. That's a pay-per-view main card if I've seen one, to be honest. There, Chelsea Hackett, Na Lang, as Chelsea the Hammer Hackett taking on the debuting Na Lang. Probably a little too high on the card, but they are ranked flyweights on the women's side of things. Na Lang is at -160, which is very impressive. Chelsea Hackett, she's looked really good in her fight so far. A world champion Muay Thai fighter. She beat Valerie Lareda in her debut last year at the end of the year. Hasn't really had a bad fight yet. Doesn't have a lot of experience, though. And for Na Liang, she is a one flyweight champion. That's why she's kind of or strawweight champion, rather, excuse me. And she beat, as far as Michelle Nicolini, to get that in November of 2020. Hasn't had a bad fight yet as well. So that's why we're making this fight. It just kind of looks crazy to have the one strawweight champion who's now fighting at flyweight here ranked as low as she is. But both Muay Thai fighters as well should be a fun one. Should be a very fun one. For Nazardinov, taking on the man who's taking this fight on pretty short notice, and Christian Edwards, the undefeated Christian Edwards. Massive underdog in this fight, but he wants the challenge. He wants to take on a guy that is very, very good, who is ranked in the top 15. Obviously, Fernandev has only lost to Ryan Bader. He completely demolished Devin Clark in his last performance, even though it was a poor fight. He destroyed him. Destroyed him in a really, really bad way. He knocked out Paul Craig as well before the end of the second round. For Christian Edwards, I mean, my goodness, a Jackson Wink MMA guy. Yeah, I mean, this is his biggest fight for sure. He's been fighting pretty much once a year, so maybe I'd like to see him kind of up that a bit. I know he's only 23, but now's the time to strike when the iron is hot. Taking on very tough Nazardinov, though, so that's going to be a tough one. Hell of a fight here for Trevin 5-Star Jones and Levi Moles. The Venus, Texas native, of course, made a very, very, very impressive debut. It was the 23rd bantamweight. He beat Yadong Song. He guillotined him in 22 seconds in the second round in March. Hasn't had a bad fight yet in the save, but he lost to this man in Trevin Jones in LFA. Crazy. It was in the save. It was a decision win. Kind of crazy he's coming off of a loss in his debut against Sergio Pettis. But to get this rematch, I think this is more of a big-time rematch for the man who had lost to him, more so than Trevin Jones. Because, man, if he loses here, he'll be 0-2 and won't be looking too good. That's why we made that fight. Strictly for the rematch reason for Levi. For Kevin, the Angel of Death Aguilar, taking on Jamal Pretty Boy Emmers. The Longview, Texas native. For Kevin Aguilar, looking for his 20th win. Same thing for Jamal Emmers, though. Both men, identical records, damn near identical ages, just 1 year younger as Jamal Emmers. And I believe height-wise, Jamal Emmers does have the slight edge. I believe it's 5'10 and 5'9. It's 5'7, so yeah, he actually has a bigger edge. But Kevin Aguilar is at -420. Blaze it up for him. Potentially, I'd actually probably vote for Jamal Emmers. I would bet for Jamal Emmers here to maybe surprisingly get a win as a long shot kind of underdog. We'll see how he does in that one, though. That's going to be an interesting one because Jamal Emmers, we didn't look at the fight history. He did make his debut against Charles Rosa last year. He 30-27 him, so we don't know a whole lot of what he can do in the save. And for Kevin Aguilar, he's fought some very tough guys, though. Ortega, Sodik, Youssef. He did beat Manny Bermudez, and he's beaten Duhoy Troy. He's fought guys like Danny Gay as well, and Rick Glenn, and Enrique Barzola. Like, he's fought some tough guys. Hasn't had a bad fight yet. Don't think he will have one here, but he's fought some very, very tough talent. I could see why he would have the advantage over Jamal Emmers, but I just think Jamal's a tough guy to put away at his height and what his skill set brings. As Austin Lights Out Lingo taking on Steven Ocho Peterson, two Texas natives again battling it out, but Austin Lingo, the Dallas native, getting the hometown fight. 11-1, but obviously the 2-1 is kind of broken. We got to get rid of that, as he has 2 wins in the save, but they are both in 2020, so he had 2021 off and pretty much all of 2022 off, but he's finally here, making his debut against Steven Ocho Peterson. As Peterson, he has had a, tough go of it, really, before the save. Fought Luis Pena, Brandon Davis, Alex Caceres, all losses. He beat Matt Bassetti by a split decision, so if he doesn't win this fight, he's probably cut before we get to the Martin Bravo win, which he did spinning back fist him, which was pretty electric. But now, having almost 3 years off, he's still only 29, it's pretty crazy, but it's not looking good for him, I don't think. He is the slight favorite tonight. Both guys have a long layover, that's why we made this fight, and we'll see how that kicks off the show at 145. So a lot of 145 bouts tonight. Yeah, Kevin Lee with a 7-inch reach advantage. That is massive for the lightweight champion. But Khabib, super lightweight title on the line, looking to maintain. And it's crazy too, Kevin Lee has now main evented more UFC events than Khabib has. So that shows you how he's been hitting the ground running with a lot of his fights. He's been getting after it, but man, 7-inch reach advantage is tough. But Khabib, of course, he's not going to look at the strike. He's just looking to take you down and put you in the deep waters. Amanda Nunes and Macy Chiasson. Amanda Nunes has finished 4 of her last 5. Chiasson has finished 3 of her last 5. The two of the best women fighters on the planet, but definitely at 145, they're 1 and 2. Chiasson being a Blurcat Stat Picks favorite is kind of crazy. Ain't gonna lie. I don't think Amanda Nunes is going to lose this one, but we'll see. We might see a huge upset. As Juan Adams, Derek Lewis. I guess it's not a huge upset when she's literally the Blurcat Stat Picks favorite, but these two big fuckers, my goodness. If it goes out of the first minute, it's shocking, let alone the first round. This is going to be a violent one. Both men have finished the majority of their opponents. They are some knockout artists, and they are giant human beings. Very fun fight there. And these two light heavyweights, then Dominic Reyes and Anthony Smith, they have finished 3 of the last 5. So we have a lot of guys on this main card that are finishing fights, and that's exactly what we want to give the pay-per-view audience, finishes. We don't want guys going the distance, or girls, in the Amanda Nunes and Macy Chiasson case. But Dominic Reyes is, of course, the Jackson Wink MMA guy. Anthony Smith is 0-1 against other Kermers left team. Of course, that would be when he fought, as far as John, in March 2019. Dominic Reyes, though, will have a significant weight advantage, looks like, so that's interesting. And for, Sandhagen, we knew it was going to be a reach advantage. He's got a 6-inch reach advantage over Cody Garbrandt. They're both top 10 bantamweights. Both guys looking to jump into the top 5. For Sandhagen, he's won, of course, all of his fights by decision. Will we finally get a finish tonight? We shall see. And for Chelsea Hackett in Na Liang, the former 1 strawweight champion, making her debut. She's knocked out 4 of the last 5. Hackett's finished 4 of the last 5. And another fun fight here. And it's a close one, too. I'd say it's a coin flip between those two to see, oh god, I accidentally closed it. Is it hitting next? That's my bad. As we hop right now into the first fight of the prelim. As for Steven Ocho Peterson and Austin Lights Out Lingo, boy oh boy, they have a long layover. They finally get their fights tonight. Steve Mazzagatti is our referee. Lingo's going to be a little bit bigger than him. Here we go. They touch gloves. Big right hand from Lingo. Lingo again taking the initiative. He's lighting him up. Peterson's just looking to probably get in close and clinch, which he does, and he trips him. Nope, doesn't trip him. And, ends up being out-wrestled. So now Peterson takes control. Doesn't get him again. He's going to get him against the cage, though. But he gets out of it. Oh, yeah. So far, Austin Lingo has been the much better fighter. But Peterson's still using his wrestling. He gets that takedown finally, trying to scramble. Ends up losing out in the scramble, actually. That's kind of crazy. So now they try to get some separation to stand. That's not happening. Peterson looking to scramble. And yeah, Lingo's just going to get side control. Great round for Austin Lingo. Obviously, he's up on the scorecard. My goodness, though. Steven Peterson just going for broke with these takedowns. Hopefully they separate them. Oh, never mind. Lingo gets out of it after after Peterson went for the foot stomp. Another trip, also blocked. Yeah, no, there's a break in the grappling. 3-punch combination. Peterson defends them all. Defends that one too as well. So actually, Peterson's having a good second round. I hate to say it because that second round was much worse, but shouldn't. I mean, it's all tied up going to the final round. If Peterson can get a hold of him again, which actually lands a left hand. There's a 1-2 from Lingo. There's the takedown though. It's just tough. He shot in a lot. He got the takedowns when it mattered, and now he's going to lay and pray. Which, that took off so much time, and yeah, that's brutal. That's a brutal way to lose for Austin Lingo. Hey, we might get a split? I would have been fine with that robbery, to be honest, just because Steven Peterson was a piece of shit, but he gets his 19th win. Tough break for Austin Lingo, yeah, fairly bland, yeah. They talk about how good looking he is, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, not a great showing. Not a great showing there. Not impressive by any stretch of the imagination. As Kevin, the Angel of Death Aguilar, taking on Jamal Pretty Boy Emmers. Here we go. Steve Mazzagatti, referee. The Texas native in Aguilar. Oh, no, neither fighter touches gloves. Oh, boy. Went for the big head kick. That's why the mark. Emmers trying to get him to go for something crazy to maybe grapple up with him, which he does. Ends up getting out wrestled, though, so that's great. Emmers gets the takedown, though, so there we go. Oh, it's a sweep. It's successful. Starts scrambling. Oh, he's got him with a waist lock? Oh, my! He might have... Oh, I thought he was going to ground and pound him. That was crazy. I mean, listen, we believed in Jamal Emmers. I did not think he was going to do all that. That's a hell of a round. That is exactly why we made this fight. Because we believed in Jamal Emmers. Now, again, trying to initiate a break. Trying to separate here. Which they do, actually. And 2 counter jabs from Emmers. That's the thing, Jamal Emmers, I mean, again, we didn't get to see the reach, unfortunately, but I'm assuming he's got a nice advantage. Oh, but Aguilar actually out-wrestles them, and they like break away again. Ooh, right hook with the counter. Down goes Aguilar. And Jamal Emmers doesn't finish him either here. Great stuff, though. He's up 2 rounds to none. He just can't get finished, and he'll win this fight with the upset win. My goodness. But there's a right cross from Kevin Aguilar. Oh, great takedown attempt to try and just kind of nullify that. Got him against the cage. Gets the takedown, too. Let's see, ground and pounding, though. I love this. He's not trying to lay and pray. He could. He's up on the scorecard. He doesn't need to put himself in danger, but at least he's trying to go for a finish. He was at one point, but then I think he started kind of lay and pray a little bit. Oh, glancing above with a high kick after the jab. He went for the head kick. He 30-27 him. Oh, there's even a 30-26 in there. That's a hell of a win for Jamal Emmers. For Kevin Aguilar, though, at 34, he's lost 3 in a row now. That was his first, or we haven't seen, it was rated. I figured it would. The first round was great, but kind of went downhill after that. Maybe he gets cut. Maybe. We probably will give him another fight. If he loses that one, then maybe he'll get cut, but it's not good. Not good, but that's why we made that fight. It's hard to, say that this was an upset, which again, we believed in Jamal Emmers so much, but he had to come out here and perform, and he did in a very, very high level. I thought it'd be a 29-28 win, if anything, not complete domination and drop him twice and get a win unanimously and decisively as well. But Levi Miles looking for his revenge win over Trevin Jones, and for Trevin Jones looking to make it 2 in a row and get his first win in the company. But boy, oh boy, Trevin Jones is pretty stubborn, but he finally gets him down as Levi, and now he's looking to fucking lay and pray. Hate to see that. Especially as a minus 460 favorite, man. Show some fucking balls here. There's a head kick, though, from Trevin Jones. Went for the head kick, or went for the takedown after the head kick, but he got pushed on his hands and knees. Ooh, probably broke his own hand there. So now Levi's got a, we got to hope for Trevin Jones to land some big shots, which he does here. Nice jab and a straight left. Straight left again. Oh, Trevin Jones, he actually has control in the grab. Oh, well, he did. Trips him. Nope. Now Levi's got control. He's probably going to take him now. Oh, never mind. Trevin Jones gets back in control. Yeah, Levi actually keeps him right where he was. Never mind, I thought he was going to get out of that as well. Herb Dean finally separates him. Herb's got to get rid of... I mean, he's got to separate him very, 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 very fast with how that first round went to kind of get this crowd back into it. I would have to give that to Trevin Jones as well. I think it's 1-1. We'll see what the final round has in store for these men, and Levi's got him against the cage again. Either fighter can do anything, separate him. Come on now. There we go. A little late, but he does it. Levi gets caught with the left hand by Jones. Ooh, Sithern kicks the legs there after the right hand. So I'm liking these combinations from Trevin Jones. I mean, you gotta give it to him, to be honest. He's done more damage. He was not in control of that round, was Levi. I mean, Trevin Jones was definitely more in control of that round. I'd say it's 29-28 Trevin Jones. Wow. 230-27 is crazy. They robbed that man. They robbed Trevin Jones blindly. That was crazy. No way you give him the second round. That's fucking wild. I mean, the third round, I'd still say that Levi won that round. Or not Levi won it. Trevin Jones won it. He didn't land more shots, though, unfortunately, but it felt like he did more. The second round, for sure, Trevin Jones won that. Obviously, the first round, though, I would say that's Levi's round, for sure. Yeah, just an awful fight, though, to be honest. Especially for Levi, man. It was your problem. You were the one who was the terrible guy out there that was boring as shit. Trevin Jones is actually throwing shit, man. Like, god damn it. Nazardinov and Christian Payne Edwards. Herb Dean's the referee for this one. Hopefully, with these two, he separates them a lot more. Because, yeah, we got another clinch affair. Which I'm sure I'm sure the fans just are loving this. We're boring him to death on this fucking prelim. Oh, he stopped the takedown, but he probably is not going to get... he's not going to stop him here, though. Yeah, once he got him against the cage. Yeah, I mean, Nazardinov fucking laying and praying. Unreal. Oh, nice sprawl. Preventing that takedown, moving out of the range. Trying to take the initiative. Nice right hook. Ooh, cut him. Nasty cut. Love the eye. So at least we see a cut here. But yeah, this crowd having a tough break. But at least we're seeing right at the beginning of the round, Nazardinov not wasting any time. Gonna hit each other with the sides of the heads and into the body. Oh, wow. Edwards blocks it. Pulls him back into a clinch against the cage, though. But yeah. Oh, blocked it again. I mean, Edwards can just stuff him, but he can't take control. Yeah, well, now he finally did stuff him. He takes him down. It's just brutal to see. Oh, they gave it to Edwards. I mean, listen, he was stuffing takedowns. It wasn't that crazy. He also had the takedown. Oh, my goodness. Never mind, he had that takedown. Oh, yeah, it was Edwards that had the takedown. Holy shit. My goodness. Yeah, I saw Nazardinov, and I thought he was the one who swept him. My goodness. Never mind. It's 1-1. Christian Edwards might just do it as a plus 430 underdog. Edwards coming in fast, but he gets sprawled, and then he gets caught with a couple of big shots. A crunching right hook, missed on the combination there, but Edwards gets hold of... Oh, no. Another brilliant sprawl. Oh, he grabs the cage. Oh, you got to take a point. With such a crazy fight like this, and a close fight like this, he's got to. Yeah, let's see what he can do here. Edwards keeping him stuck against the cage. Oh, turns around in dominant position. Yeah, I mean, I would have to give that to Edwards. Oh, man, if they give that, they do. Another fucking robber because of fucking Herb Dean, man. Crazy. Take the point away, and Christian Edwards pulls off the upset. Brutal fights so far in this prelim. Let's see what Steve Mazzagatti can do here with these two. No, Hackett defends the takedown now. There's the trip. Yeah, I mean, Na Liang, she's Looking for mount, gives up her back. She, oh my lord. Grounded and pounded. Going for those body triangles. I mean, I figured it'd be two great stand-up fighters here. We would see a stand-up battle, but no, I mean, this has been all. Now, Liang, of course, on the ground, she has been pounded away. That is how you fucking do it, though. Oh my lord, there's a head kick to start the second and ends it. That is why we made that the prelim main. My goodness. Head kicks her. Counters. Beautiful stuff. She's going to be a problem at 125. She's going to be a problem. Now Liang gets it done. Praise her team at Tiger Muay Thai. And we go to the main card. And hopefully this crowd is back with us. Oh man, the Sandman though. That's the thing with old Sandhagen. You never know what he's going to do. He didn't want to strike with him. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Well, there we go. Garbrandt stops it. Now Cody Garbrandt's looking for the takedown. He can't take him down. Yeah, Garbrandt's not getting these takedowns, but boy's getting taken down. Sandhagen with some lay and praise. Man, oh man, what is going on? I mean, there we go. 4 quick punches on the right hook from Garbrandt to start it off, but Sandhagen comes back with a takedown. Unreal. Unreal. There's gonna be a lot of people wanting their fucking money back at the door for this, these tickets. Jesus Christ. They got him back up, though, at least. And now he's trying to get in close, but Garbrandt, left jab, missed the big right, and that's probably going to give Sandhagen a chance. Oh, nope, right hook to the body. The jab from Sandhagen. Right hook to the body again, and it's just unfortunate, because Sandhagen has the reach. He doesn't have to grapple with him. He can light him up. He can show off his kickboxing. Just hasn't done it, though. Oh. Yeah, now Sandhagen's going to get him against the cage, and he trips him here. Got his back. If he can get the body triangle, maybe potentially gets the finish, but don't think he's going to get it. Still going to go for it without getting the hooks in. You might as well at that rate. Mascati stands him up, though, and yeah. 30-27. Now, yeah, that was one guy gave it 29-28 for Garbrandt in the second. It was probably, yeah, it was probably Sandhagen's out. My goodness, though. Awful fights tonight. Unbelievable. Elevation Fight team, though, getting it done for Corey Sandhagen. He wants Ray Borg next, which I mean, listen, I don't want to be giving any type of demands to a guy like what Sandhagen just did. Brutal stuff. Fight begins, though, between these two light heavyweights, and already another clinch battle. I mean, it's been the story of the fights tonight. Everybody's been wanting to grapple, and everybody's been wanting to do, as far as trading takedowns. By the looks of it, oh yeah, Smith takes him down. Oh, he got his back. At least he's going for the submission. He ain't going for the body triangle. Oh boy, he got it. Holy shit! Grounded and pounded, and then went for the rear naked choke. Oh, he flattened him out, but he got saved by the bell. Anthony Smith came ready to fight, though. Here we go. Dominic Reyes gets to clinch it again, takes him down. God damn it. Blocks it into pull guard. Just trying to slow things down. Dominic Reyes with an armbar attempt. Doesn't get it. Reyes probably came back and probably won this second round by the looks of it, especially if he gets this takedown here. Oh, no. Well, he's got him against the cage at least, but yeah. End of the round. Yeah, another bit. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I just can't be surprised by anybody having a boring affair out there, unfortunately. There's a vicious foot stomp. There's a knee to the side of the ribs. It's putting all the weight on him. That's very unfortunate because Anthony Smith was looking fantastic in that first round. But Dominic Reyes, he's got the Muay Thai clinch now. Oh, big knee right on the cheek. Gets out of it potentially, and now Smith slips past the hook and attacks with a couple of jabs and a right hook of his own. My goodness, is Lionheart not giving up, though? That is what it's all about, though. They're going to give it to Anthony Smith. Listen, that's a close fight. That's a very, very close third round. Yeah, we're going to have a split, and it's Anthony Smith getting it done. That was tough. That was very tough. He did land more, but goddamn, it was close. Actually, no, it was dead even at 12. 12 and 12. Both landed one power shot. Man, that's a close one. And, again, Anthony Smith, he won that first round. Looked great out there. That's a tough one. That's a very tough fight for both guys, though. At least it was rated average. As they praise his team at Factory X Muay Thai is very responsible on fans came on sport. I mean, that's a tough win. Tough fight. That would have been a fun one to get an extra round, to be honest. That would have been a nice 5-rounder, the way that fight was going. Mark Goddard, our referee for these two, and I think these two are going to finally save this fucking show, by the looks of it. No touch of gloves. Left crosser, oh my lord. Juan Adams drops him. Looking to finish the fight, he does. Yep. Didn't even make it 30 seconds. That's why we love these fuckers, man. You got your money's worth there for Juan Adams, and now he awaits a heavyweight title fight. But he wants Cyril Gane, which is crazy, because, he's definitely fighting for the belt next, not fighting Cyril Gane. But that's still a fun fight to make potentially in the future. Thanks for connected to AKA for helping prepare for the fight and sponsors for supporting financially. As now the crowd should be pumped and ready for these title fights. Women's featherweight title on the line. Mark Goddard's our referee again. Opening bell, over under in a clinch. Sweeps her. Nunes, I mean, this is kind of what we could see. Oh, scramble, though. Oh, she turtled up, though. Oh, man, she was about to knee her right in the goddamn face. Oh, Nunes looking for a combination ending with a low kick, but it doesn't happen. No, Macy Chiasson clinches up with her, got her up against the cage, and she takes her down. Oh, my. Yeah, she's looking like she's belongs in there, at least for now. Now they're standing. Still clenched, though. Nunes is going to get her against the cage again, and they're going to give it to Macy. I mean, that was a very, very close round. Macy did land more. It's tough. And, Macy gets taken right off the rip here. Crazy. Man, Nunes might go down again here. Yeah, that's going to be another takedown, but she's up against the cage yet again. If she walks her up, all about to say, she might have to go right back down. Nunes gets control of this grapple. Doesn't get the sweep, though. Gets that one, though. So both have 2 takedowns. Boy, Amanda Nunes with the lay and pray. Macy with the armbar on the bottom. Now they're going crazy for that one. That's kind of crazy. Macy Chiasson, though, I would have to agree with him there. It's either 1-1 or it's 2-0 Macy. That's crazy for Amanda Nunes. She's going to get her head out of her ass here, but it's not looking good. Nunes gets control. Big knee to the body. Got her against the cage. Trying to go for some knees here. Now there's a nice elbow. Punches her to the side of the head. Does Chiasson here. Then she gets kneed inside her own thigh. Knee to the stomach. Going for the stomp. But she's off balance here. Gets turned around here. So now Macy Chiasson in control. And she takes her down. Knee bar. That would have been crazy. Knee bar again. Not happening. I mean, Macy's came ready to fight. That one was, Macy made it close at the very, very end, but I still would have to give it to Nunes. And again, it's either 2-1 Nunes or 2-1 Chiasson. That first round was so goddamn close. It's hard to tell. Oh, she got her against the cage. You're trying to get some separation, slip out, which she does. Nunes is getting tired, but so is Macy. Jab, big right hand misses. I mean, I did not think Macy's wrestling was going to be this good, but it's been, at times, better than Amanda Nunes's. And she elbows her here. Right, I mean, if she cuts her here with a knee or an elbow, this would be massive. Be absolutely massive. But so far, Macy's been doing well. And she goes in for this takedown. 5th takedown of the night. And I believe she is 1 round away from becoming the women's featherweight champion of the world. Nunes needs a finish. She's trying to go for combinations. It's not happening, though. Now she's looking for the trip. Again, the lay and pray. It makes no sense. You're losing the fight very, very decisively. She's going for all these. I mean, it's just not working. Now she goes for a head kick. Not happening. Too late on these combinations. I don't know why she wasn't using her boxing the whole fight. There's a 50-45 in there. That's crazy. Oh, my Lord. Amanda Nunes gets the fucking fight. That was crazy. That first round was close, but, I mean, probably, depending on how, there's just no way. I mean, the second round, she had the takedowns. She went for the submission. I would say Macy won that second. The third round, again, felt like Macy did enough, but I guess not. Just crazy. The fourth round, for sure, she won it. And obviously the fifth was Nunes. I don't know where the 50-45 came from. Who was the fucking judge of that? Vernon Stewart, you're smoking crack, buddy. That's crazy. This has just been a cursed fucking card. We've seen some crazy scorecards. We've seen some awful fights. Man, I mean, I feel so bad for Macy Chiasson. She deserves a rematch. Literally. I mean, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's Khabib, Nurmagomedov, Kevin Lee, the Motown Phenom, the lightweight champion, looking to be a double champ tonight. Mark Goddard's referee. And Lee ignoring the touch of gloves, which, yeah, Khabib loved that, as he's just going to take you down. And it's not looking good. Not at all. He's not getting troubled by the strikes, obviously, but he's getting fucking... Oh, there's an armbar, though, from the bottom, potentially, but at least Kevin Lee's trying to go for something on the bottom. Maybe it's going to work eventually, but that's about all he's got. As he ain't stuffing these takedowns. Oh, there we go. Kevin Lee, though, now has control, looking for the trip. No, and now Khabib's back in control. Oh, back to Lee in control. Just going to smother him. Got the takedown, so there we go. Well, he got a takedown here. Not doing a whole lot. I think once these guys get somebody to the mat, it's just not going to do anything. Their wrestling on both sides are just a little too good. And nullify both guys' actions. Yeah, I mean, I think a dead even round going into round 3 is a good call. Khabib, though, again, coming in fast. But Kevin Lee fights it off. Khabib, got him against the cage. It's pressuring him. Trying to make sure he doesn't leave an opening. And he's still pressed against the cage. Mark Goddard finally separates him. But Khabib looking for the slam. Oh, wow. Slips out of it. That would have been crazy. Oh, Kevin Lee looking for the takedown. That's a great takedown. Belly to belly gets him down. And I mean, listen. I think, I know he landed more strikes, but I kind of want to give him to Kevin Lee. He got the takedown at the end. I think that was the difference maker, even though it literally was like 5 seconds. I think that shit matters. When you're taking down Khabib, it should matter. Kevin Lee is pressed against the cage. Either way, it's 2-1, either way. So, that's why I'm kind of lenient with giving it to Kevin Lee off of just a takedown that lasted 5 seconds. If he got that takedown, that would have been huge, but a great sprawl. Trying to go for a body kick. Not happening, though. Kevin Lee back in, and now he shoots in hard on Khabib, which again, sprawls. Oh, back to his feet. Khabib stays with him, though, in the clinch. Trying to get him against the... Oh, wow. Kevin Lee again out-wrestles him and takes him down. Another late takedown in another round where they gave it to Khabib. I mean, that round at least, he was stuffing takedowns, and he wasn't just stopping it. He was sprawling, too, and stuffing them. And yeah, that one at least is a little bit more... I don't mind it being dead even. I'll say that. It's dead even. Going to the final round. Khabib goes for the clinch. He gets the suplex. He's got his back. Rear naked choke. Doesn't have the hooks in. Now he's got the hooks in. That's got to be it. Oh, man. He's not going for the submission. There it is. It's in deep. Oh, stops the fight. He does that tap. I mean, listen. That's a tough one for Kevin Lee. He choked him out. Great stuff, though, for Khabib. Came down to the final round, really, in my opinion. I mean, that was a hell of a fight. Sucks it was only rated average. I mean, I get it. It wasn't what, Juan Adams and Derek Lewis was. But, my goodness. Not a great pay-per-view. We made $2 million, but I'm sure those $2 million, that's $6 million at the gate. I feel like we pulled off a highway robbery of an affair, but we increased our popularity in every region. But I feel so bad. Chiasson, you won that fight. Feel real bad. Yeah, Dominic Reyes and Anthony Smith, honestly, and probably, I was going to give it to both guys, but nah. Yeah, Christian Edwards, I felt like he won that fight. Same thing for Trevin Jones. Jamal Emmers, obviously, is the big underdog. Might as well give him some love. And we're still going to make money. Oh, my God. We made $5 million. And Khabib almost made $1 million. Nunes made 500 grand. Derek Lewis made 230. Juan Adams made 300,000. Garbrandt making 100,000. Liang, Macy, Jerry, Christian Edwards, obviously the guys that got those bonuses, did great tonight, man. And then the opening fight made a combined $4 grand, not even $4 grand, 3,600. That is tough, absolutely tough. But Sandhagen deserved that 6,000. Same thing for Levi. They deserve to not make as much money as the other guys. But Anthony Smith, though, getting fucked is tough to see. But maybe we'll get him a better contract. But that will do it, though, for this episode. Or they in Texas, too. That's crazy. Bellator's like, hey, we're going head-to-head in Texas. Maybe they had the better show, though. Not a far-stretch thing to do with how that card went. My goodness, Sandhagen disappointed. The fucking judges... Yeah, what should be the Dana White Contender Series, I still can't believe we literally made their money go in the complete negatives, and they finally ran a show. Oh. And Lucas Skywalker, Brennan gets it done, making him 11-0. I'm sure we'll sign him after that one. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But at least we made $5 million. So, a silver lining in everything, I guess. But man, I feel bad. Feel real bad. I mean, the main event, though, was a fun fight. It wasn't rated highly, but for what you see from Khabib, and you know how great of a wrestler he is, and how Kevin Lee was fighting tooth and nail and was tied up with him going into the final round to potentially become the double champion, I think that's a great fight. Macy's getting the rematch for sure. Christian Edwards getting robbed. I mean, just brutal stuff. Trevin Jones getting robbed. Brutal stuff. But we will now end out October without a card. We'll go into November for our next fights. So we get a break. The ESPN Plus main event, which will be Yusuf, Razov, and Zabit. My goodness, what a fight there in Toronto. Big fight. Whoever wins that's taking on Ilia Topuria. Aldo and Moicano 2. That's happening in Brazil. In Italy. There's the two Brazilians in Italy. And then, of course, the Boston card. Yuri Prohaska and Johnny Walker, John Jones, and Curtis Blades. Frank Yeager and John Lineker's opened up that main card. That's very fun. Robert Whittaker and Sean Strickland is also on the card. And Ketlin Vieira and Jasleen Edwards. Whoever wins that fight's probably fighting for the bantamweight title next on the women's side of things. And then we end out the month with, of course, the Fight Island card in Japan. Shogun main eventing and potentially his final fight in his return to Japan. He's taking on the returning Gegard Mousasi as well. Very fun fight there. Pantoja and Tenshin Nasukawa as well as on that card. Yuki Ito and Kai Kara France. Juliana Pena and Reina Mira. And also, opening that card, very fun fight. Carlos Condon and Muslim Salikov. The King of Kung Fu versus the Natural Born Killer. Just hyping up the cards here before we end it out. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.